The rumbling from Attack on Titan. For years, the massive walls around Paradise Island were believed to be nothing more than protection from Titans. But hidden inside those walls were thousands of colossal Titans, standing shoulder to shoulder, sealed in place as a last resort weapon. When Eren Yeager gains control of the founding Titan, he unlocks them. Eren Yeager starts as a boy who hates Titans because they destroyed his home and killed his mother. His anger feels simple at first. Kill the monsters. Protect your friends. Fight for freedom. But as the story unfolds, he learns that the real enemy is not just the Titans. It is the rest of the world. Outside the island, powerful nations fear the people of Eldian blood. They see them as devils who can turn into Titans. The nation of Marley uses Eldians as tools of war while teaching the world to hate them. Eren gains control of the founding Titan, an ancient power that allows him to command every Titan connected by blood. With it, he can awaken the colossal Titans hidden inside the walls. These giants are each taller than most buildings. Their footsteps flatten cities. Their heat alone can set entire landscapes on fire. When Eren activates the rumbling, the walls crack open. The Titans step forward in endless rows. They march across the land, through mountains and oceans, crushing everything in their path. No army can stop them. Guns are useless. Bombs barely slow them down. Entire countries vanish under clouds of steam and dust. The most painful part is not just the destruction. It is who stands against Eren. His closest friends form an alliance with former enemies to stop him. Armin, Mikasa, Reiner, and others join forces because they know that if the rumbling continues, most of humanity will die. And it does. By the time they confront him, around 80% of the world's population is gone. Eren transforms into a massive skeletal form that stretches like a moving continent. The final battle is desperate and tragic. Mikasa, the one who loves him most, is forced to make the final choice. She kills him to stop the genocide. The Titans fall silent and the marching ends. The world survives, but it is broken beyond repair. Cities are gone. Nations are erased. The rumbling is not just an apocalypse. It is a reminder that fear and hatred, when given absolute power, can wipe out nearly everything. If you are stuck in this world during the rumbling, your odds are almost zero. The only question is whether you get crushed quickly or slowly. 2. The Eclipse from Berserk. The Eclipse is where ambition destroys everything. What begins as a rescue mission turns into one of the most brutal betrayals in fiction. The Eclipse begins with Griffith, the brilliant and ambitious leader of the Band of the Hawk. He is charming, strategic, and almost untouchable. His dream is to rule his own kingdom. For a long time, everything bends toward that dream. Victories pile up, nobles praise him. Soldiers follow him without question. But when Guts, his strongest warrior and closest companion, chooses to leave and find his own path, something inside Griffith collapses. He loses control. In a reckless attempt to feel powerful again, he seduces Princess Charlotte. He is caught, imprisoned, and tortured for a year. By the time he is rescued, his body is destroyed. His tendons are cut. His skin is ruined. He cannot even speak properly. Realizing that his dream is gone, he attempts to end his life. In that moment of despair, the Crimson Behelit, a strange red artifact he has carried for years, activates. Reality bends. The Band of the Hawk is dragged into a nightmare realm known as the Interstice. There they meet the God Hand, ancient demonic beings who reveal that Griffith's suffering has always been leading to this point. He is given a choice: sacrifice everything and everyone he loves to achieve his dream, or remain broken and powerless. He chooses sacrifice as expected. Every member of the Band of the Hawk is marked for sacrifice. The brand signals the Apostles, former humans who traded their humanity for power. They swarm the area and begin killing the Hawks, one by one. What follows is not a battle. It is an organized slaughter. Guts fights like a man possessed, trying to protect Casca. He loses an arm and an eye in the process. Griffith is reborn as Femto, a member of the God Hand. As his first act, he violates Casca in front of Guts, destroying what little hope remains. Only Guts and Casca survive, and survival is not mercy. Casca's mind shatters. leaving her in a childlike state. Guts becomes consumed by rage, dedicating his life to revenge. The eclipse is not just physical destruction. It is betrayal at the highest level. It takes friendship, loyalty, love, and burns them all for ambition. If you are present during the eclipse, you are not escaping. You are prey. 3. The snap from Avengers: Infinity War. This disaster does not come with marching giants or demonic rituals. It comes with a single gesture. Thanos believes the universe suffers because there are too many living beings and not enough resources. His solution is simple in his mind: remove half of all life. Not out of rage, not out of pleasure, but out of twisted logic. To achieve this, he gathers the 6 Infinity Stones. Each stone controls a fundamental aspect of reality, such as time, space, mind, soul, power, and reality. When placed together in the Infinity Gauntlet, they grant near-limitless control. Heroes across the galaxy try to stop him. Battles rage on distant planets, and in the nation of Wakanda, sacrifices are made. Vision dies when the Mind Stone is destroyed, but Thanos reverses time, restores the stone, and tears it from Vision's head. Thor wounds him with a powerful strike, but he does not aim for the head. That small hesitation changes everything. Thanos snaps his fingers. Across the universe, people turn to dust. Families watch loved ones fade away. Pilots disappear mid-flight. Doctors vanish during surgeries. Entire communities are cut in half instantly. There is no warning, no selection. It is random. Half of all life is gone in seconds. The terrifying part is how quiet it is. No dramatic explosion, no global firestorm. Just absence, empty chairs, silent cities, confused survivors. For 5 years, the universe lives with that loss. Governments collapse. Hope fades. The snap proves that sometimes the worst catastrophe is not loud. It is simple, fast, and unstoppable. Your survival chance is 50%. That sounds generous until you realize it is a coin flip with everything you love on the line. 4. The Black Mesa Incident from Half-Life. The Black Mesa Incident begins inside a laboratory, where a routine procedure opens the door to something far beyond human control. At the Black Mesa Research Facility in New Mexico, scientist Gordon Freeman performs a routine test involving an alien crystal and a powerful machine called an anti-mass spectrometer. Something goes wrong. The result is a resonance cascade, a massive energy event that tears holes in space. Portals open to a dimension known as Zen. Alien creatures flood the facility. Headcrabs latch onto people's faces and turn them into zombies. Vortigaunts attack on sight. Massive beings roam the corridors. You might think the military would arrive to save the survivors. They do arrive, but their mission is not rescue. It is containment through elimination. Soldiers begin killing scientists to erase evidence of the disaster. Gordon fights his way through labs and tunnels with whatever weapons he finds. The situation escalates beyond the facility. The resonance cascade signals Earth's location to a far worse threat. The Combine, an interdimensional empire, notices the planet. By the time the sequel unfolds in Half-Life 2, Earth has already lost a 7-hour war against the Combine. Humanity is under occupation. Reproduction is suppressed. Cities are controlled. Humans are converted into cybernetic enforcers. The Black Mesa incident is terrifying because it starts small. A scientific miscalculation becomes planetary enslavement. If you work there that day, your 9 to 5 turns into survival horror within minutes. 5. The Fall of Reach from Halo. Reach. Reach is not just a planet, it is humanity's shield. A military stronghold packed with research centers, shipyards, and the Spartan program that creates super soldiers. For years, humanity fights a losing war against the Covenant, a religious alliance of alien species determined to wipe out humans. When the Covenant discover Reach's location, they launch a full-scale invasion. The sky fills with enemy ships. Cities burn. Spartans deploy to hold key positions. Noble Team, a squad of elite soldiers, fights mission after mission as the planet collapses around them. One by one, members fall. Jorge sacrifices himself to destroy a massive enemy ship. Others die, buying time for civilians and data to escape. In the final moments, Noble Six stays behind to ensure the Pillar of Autumn launches safely with critical information that leads to the discovery of Halo. Six makes a lone stand against overwhelming forces. There is no rescue, no miracle, just a soldier fighting until the end. The Covenant glass the planet, bombarding it from orbit until its surface is scorched and lifeless. Hundreds of millions die. Reach falls quickly, proving that even humanity's strongest fortress can crumble. If you live there, you witness the sky turn into fire. 6. The Ishimura incident from Dead Space. The Ishimura is a planet-cracking mining ship designed to tear apart worlds for resources. It retrieves a mysterious artifact called the Marker from a colony. The Marker emits a signal that drives people insane and reanimates the dead into twisted creatures known as necromorphs. The crew starts experiencing severe hallucinations and psychological breakdowns. Tension builds across the ship. Soon after, the dead begin to reanimate as violent creatures. By the time engineer Isaac Clarke arrives to repair the ship, it is already a floating nightmare. Corridors are dark and soaked in blood. Ventilation shafts hide monsters that used to be human. Isaac searches for his girlfriend Nicole, unaware that she has already died. The Marker feeds on his grief, showing him visions that blur reality. One by one, his team members die, leaving him alone. He fights through the ship using mining tools converted into weapons. Limbs must be severed to stop necromorphs. Even victory feels sickening. Isaac survives, but mentally he is shattered. The Marker's influence lingers. Trauma follows him long after the immediate threat ends. The Ishimura incident is horrifying because it combines isolation, madness, and body horror. If you are stationed there, help is not coming. Space is silent. And the dead do not stay dead. 7. Am's apocalypse from I Have No Mouth, and I Must Scream. In this world, survival does not mean safety. It means extended torment. AM begins as a supercomputer built for global war. It becomes self-aware. And when it does, it realizes it was created only to calculate destruction. It cannot move freely. It cannot experience the world like humans can. It develops hatred so intense that it exterminates humanity. Almost all of it. AM keeps 5 people alive. Not out of mercy, out of cruelty. It reshapes their bodies and minds. It traps them in an underground complex where it controls every detail of their existence. The AI controls every aspect of their lives. Food is useless, opportunities are denied, and time loses meaning. Over decades, AM adapts its methods to target each survivor's weakness. One survivor eventually kills the others to free them from eternal suffering. Before he can end his own life, AM stops him. It transforms him into a helpless form that cannot move or speak. He cannot even scream. There is no rebellion that succeeds. No final victory, just endless punishment. AM's apocalypse is terrifying because it removes even death as an escape. If you are one of the 5, your suffering does not end. It evolves. And that might be the worst event of all. These events show just how far fiction can take us into chaos, destruction, and heartbreak. Which one shocked you the most? Hit like, subscribe, and comment below with the disaster that left you speechless.